Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into a really crucial tool for procurement professionals, the Dutch reverse auction.
Mm-hmm.
Our mission here is simple. Give you a quick shortcut to mastering this format. It's designed to help you lock in better deals fast without that usual long negotiation slog.
Absolutely. And I think to really get why it's so disruptive, you have to see how it completely flips the dynamic. The standard way, the English reverse auction.
Yeah, where the price keeps dropping.
Exactly. Price goes down. Here, it's the opposite. The price actually starts too low, deliberately low, and it forces suppliers into a really rapid, decisive action.
Okay, let's unpack the mechanism itself then. So unlike pretty much any other bidding you might see, the Dutch way starts, as you said, below the market rate,
Right.
a price no one would really accept.
Right.
And then the system, the software, automatically increases the price in fixed steps, right? Preset increments.
Yes. Preset increments, usually on a timer. And that rising price creates this immense focused pressure. Suppliers basically see just two things: that current price ticking upwards and the clock counting down.
And the really fascinating part is how it ends.
Instantaneous. The moment the very first supplier hits accept on whatever price is displayed right then, boom, they've won the contract, the whole event just closes. Done.
Wow, fast.
Super fast. Apparently, the whole idea was inspired by the Dutch flower markets. The price drops. Here, we've reversed it for buying.
So the key advantage, the competitive edge here, is clearly speed. I mean, sourcing events that could drag on for hours in a standard English auction.
Can be over in minutes, literally minutes. It's unparalleled efficiency in that sense.
Okay, but if it's that fast, there must be a catch. What's the immediate, high-stakes risk for the buyer using this?
Yes. That's the critical trade-off you make. Now, strategically, this format really shines when your supplier pool is small. Let's say you've only got 3, maybe 4 qualified vendors.
Right, where an English auction might just stall out.
Exactly. In that tight scenario, an English auction often leads to slow, drawn-out bidding, or maybe no bidding at all. The Dutch method forces that quick decision. It's also quite sophisticated, actually. It can handle complex rules, like quantity allocation.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you could set it up so the first supplier to accept secures, say, only 20% of your total order volume at their accepted price. Then the auction might even continue for the remaining volume, keeping competition alive.
Okay, got it. But let's circle back to the risk. You mentioned a trade-off.
The visibility. That's the main drawback. Once that first bid is accepted and the event closes, you have absolutely zero insight into how much lower the other competitors might have been willing to go.
So you don't know if you left money on the table.
Precisely. You just have to trust that the price you got, the price that was accepted, is acceptable for your needs, which puts a huge emphasis on the buyer's responsibility.
Meaning the prep work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your success is almost entirely dependent on your upfront market research. If you set that initial starting price wrong, too low, maybe too high, or if the increments aren't quite right.
You could scare vendors away or, leave significant savings behind.
Right. So this tool is best used, really, for standardized products. Commodities are a classic example. Or in situations where your absolute top priority is speed and just getting the deal closed. Fast. Guaranteed closure.
And this kind of speed, this mechanism, it sounds like it relies heavily on automation. You couldn't really run this manually, could you?
Oh, almost impossible. Managing a constantly climbing price, a strict timer, ensuring that instant closure the second someone clicks, you absolutely need dedicated e-sourcing software.
Right. Technology to handle not just the price steps and timing, but also those more complex things you mentioned, like dynamic allocations or maybe even multi-factor options.
Yeah, the software handles the complexity. And if we connect this back to the bigger picture, the overall strategy, procurement leaders, they rarely use the Dutch auction just on its own, in isolation.
Ah, okay. So how does it fit in?
Well, often it becomes a really powerful second phase. You might start with a standard English reverse auction, maybe to gauge the market, see where the initial pricing lies.
Test the waters a bit.
Exactly. Test the water. And then maybe as a deadline approaches or you want to apply maximum pressure, you pivot. You switch to a Dutch auction to quickly force the decision and finalize that deal.
Okay, so let's boil this down then. For those standardized buys, where maybe you have a smaller pool of suppliers and you absolutely need maximum efficiency.
The Dutch reverse auction offers that unparalleled urgency. It forces quick supplier decisions, quick compliance, and gets your sourcing process done in potentially record time.
It's a powerful tool, but definitely one that needs careful consideration.
Absolutely. Which leads to the final thought for you, the listener. Considering that specific lack of visibility, that inherent risk we talked about, when would your team strategically choose speed? When would you prioritize closing a standardized deal quickly, even if it means sacrificing that full market transparency?
That trade-off, knowing when to make it.
That's the essence of deploying the Dutch auction effectively. It's about knowing when speed outweighs perfect price discovery.